Hello, Year 5, and welcome to your afternoon lesson of RE. We are carrying on looking at Muhammad and Islam. Excuse me. Excuse me. Um, so let's share our screen first of all, and let's have a look at what your starter activity is. So thinking back to, in particular, the last bit of learning that you did in RE, how did Muhammad change history? Can you have a go at thinking about some of the different ways that Muhammad has changed history, particularly linking into Islam and some of the rules for Islam? So have a go at writing a couple of sentences. How did Muhammad change history? Hopefully that's got rid of my tickle there. So your activity today requires you to draw something, which is the reason that there isn't a template for anything on Teams. So I'm reliably informed that there is a way of turning in a picture of work on Teams. However, I don't get the same view that you guys have, so I'm not sure how to access that. If you can access it, brilliant, then please feel free to turn in your work that way. If you can't, then that's absolutely fine. If you email it over like we were with the old pieces of work, that's fine as well. However is easiest for you. So let's have a look and see what we are doing. So what is the Quran, and what do you guys already know about the Quran? Some of you might know something, some of you might not. So everything that Muhammad was told by God through the angel Gabriel was written down and made into the Islamic holy book, the Quran. Now we remember from our story that Muhammad couldn't read, so before it was written down, it was passed orally, which means that they were told as stories. Um, there are 114 different chapters known as surah, and the chapters are classed as Meccan or Medinan, depending on where they were revealed to Muhammad. The Quran is a guidance book that tells Muslims how they should be living their lives. It declares that there is one true God and that submission and obedience to God are essential. God is shown in the Quran as being both stern and forgiving, and it states that obedience to God wipes away any sins or wrongdoings. Indeed, there has come to you light and a clear book from Allah. With it, Allah guides him who still follow his pleasure into the ways of safety and brings them out of utter darkness into light by his will and guides them to the right path. So that gives you an idea of what the purpose of the Quran is. Very similar for the to the Bible for Christians. Muslims believe that every word of the Quran is the literal word of God. As such, every sentence, word, and letter is holy and worthy of respect. Because of this, Muslims use symbols to show their respect of the Quran. It is often kept on a special stand in homes, and Muslims might perform washing ceremonies before touching it. If it is placed on a shelf, nothing must be placed higher. Also, because the word of God was given in Arabic, all Muslims must learn Arabic instead of translating the Quran into their own language. So we can see back on this page, the script is slightly different. That's because it's an Arabic script, which uses different letters and figures. And you read Arabic from right to left instead of from left to right like you do in English. The Quran does not have many historical stories about other prophets, such as Adam and Abraham, but it does talk about them and how Muhammad is the last in a long line of prophets. Muslims believe the Quran is God's final revelation to the world. And the word revelation means when something is suddenly revealed to people. So if you have a revelation, it means you suddenly realize something, something's been revealed to you. So your independent learning is to draw and label a picture of the Quran. Can you write about how it's respected by Muslims and what this tells us about Islamic beliefs? As a bit of a challenge, can you explain what Muhammad's role is as a messenger of God? So I've put in the resources some examples of pictures of the Quran that you might want to use. You might want to do some of your own research. Some of you might even have a Quran at home that you can use as well. But I look forward to seeing these and send them over in whichever method you find works for you.